Hello, friends. It's your girl Lovey, and we're back with another episode of Live, Laugh, and Lovey.
Hey, man.
So we're back with another exciting day of travel as we unpack episode 4 of Greenleaf. So, yeah. Jonay,
Yes.
were you
You ready?
equally as surprised that Lady Mae sided with Kerissa?
Yes. You know what? I'm just going to come right out. I didn't like this episode.
Why?
It was
I
boring.
did not like it. It was boring. It was boring. I just didn't like it. I just feel like it was an episode that was needed. But I'll say this, it was good to see the family together. So I do like that. I didn't like that Lady Mae sided with Kerissa, but I get why.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why she did, because she had been the Jacob in the family.
Jacob,
she
right.
was the Jacob
Right.
in the family. So I understand why. And I think when I was watching it a couple of weeks ago, I had talked about all Jacob has to say is, okay, come on back. That's all he has to do. And then she said it, which I get, because I mean, his record, as we see, with it was listing all the names, was it Marisol? Every day, all these females' names.
Not the maid.
Not Marisol.
Not Marisol.
It was
But
the one before. It was one before
her,
Marisol.
so
Yeah,
it was the
before
cook.
her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these females, and she still stuck in it. I will give her kudos for that, because she stuck in and still stayed in. But at the same time, like, I think she did admit that she wasn't nice either. But rightfully so, you stuck in, but you became bitter Betty at the same time.
Ooh, say it.
You was bitter Betty. You didn't have to stay there. But I understand why Jacob is not apologizing. No, I'm not apologizing. I understand why he's not apologizing to you, because he don't want to be with you no more.
Ooh.
And that's this point blank. And I don't know why he didn't tell his mom that.
He did.
Well, and not in those exact words, but he could have said, I just don't want to be with her no more. I'm tired. I mean, he said it in a nice, elegant way, but you should have just said, I'm tired of her. I've been fell out of love with her, hence why I've been cheating on her all these years.
Yep.
He gave her a good year without cheating, that I can recall.
Oh, right. Which is equivalent to 3 episodes, right? Out of these 4 seasons or 5 seasons, right?
Right.
Right.
Well, no, the first season, remember he had the one lady the first season, and then after that there was no more with her.
Well, apparently there's been others, because she named more than just one. And the chick who
More
was
than 2.
the cook, right? The cook before Marisol, we didn't know her. So that means when they opened up the whole series, that's why she was bitter, because he was cheating. So that makes a little bit of sense. She's still Angry Bird to me, though. I was going to ask you, Joe, did you buy that? But I guess you did, because I was like, does anybody buy that she was just trying to use that will as a way to keep him? Or do you think that now she was trying to recant?
I think a little bit of both.
I don't think so. She was trying to use will. I think she was using it as, well, you did this to me, so I'm going to do this to you. Because remember when Lady Mae came in the room and she was like, if he wants to, it's a war. So you're upset. So he's not taking you back. So now you want to be, like I said, bitter Betty, and you are going to go to war with him because he's not taking you back. But like Lady Mae said, you're bringing the family down.
Yeah.
You didn't think about that. You just thought about, Jacob, I'm getting you.
Right. So I see why she was still going off on her, which was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I also found it hilarious that Angry Bird finally wants to go by May's word this time, but not any other time, right? Did she say to him, well, your mother feels the same, and, listen to your mother, Jacob, and let her guide you. Now, every other time that May has guided Jacob, she was upset. And she was like, you need to be your own man. You need to this, you need to that. But now that May is on her side for once. And even May said, oh, it pains me. Ooh, let me get my fan. It pains me to say that I'm on her side. I'm with you, May, because it pained me to watch you be on her side.
Mm-hmm.
However, that also lets you know that May is like, she's true and she's straight to the point. But I don't know. I was like, this time you want to listen to May or go by May's words. But I don't know. I don't know if she was just good actress or what. I don't know. I just don't like Angry.
I think that when she did talk to May, she was really sincere about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, basically, he won't forgive me.
Yeah.
It was one time, and he won't forgive her. And really, like he said, it's not about the cheating. He's just done.
He should have said that, but I could have. If I tell you, my mouth was so open, I had to find my fan, pause the show, rewind it, to when he really could not say I'm sorry. That fool looked at her and was like,
I felt him.
I know I did, but he was like, no, I can't.
Nope.
But you're right. But you're right. I don't think it was because of just the cheating, and he should have said that. Maybe it'll come out in a couple episodes. I think this was a transition episode because it looks like, like they have to put some things in place as far as the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we won't look crazy as to, why Tara Skanks, or what's her name? Tara, whatever, wants to talk.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that Bishop went to see her, and now she's had a rethinking. And we don't have to worry how Kerissa's going, because we see she was going to stay. She was like, I ain't going nowhere. But then when May put her out and then Jacob is not dealing with her, then we see. We also see that Pastor Dry is starting to catch on because Charity Case's poker face is not all that bomb.
Yeah, but before we transition
right,
to Pastor Dry, Kerissa, you was dead ass wrong. Can somebody just tell me what's going on? No, sweetie. Now how you gonna fix your face to ask something like that?
Well, May told her.
Right. I was here for it.
Because I said, oh, what is she? Is she asking questions, girl?
Right.
Get out of here.
Right. You out of pocket. Your man don't want you, and your mama-in-law don't want you here. Girl, you ain't got no rights to be asking about anything, even though you got the information anyway. But for you to just outright, can somebody just tell me what's going on? No. No.
She's starting to sound like Charity Case, ain't she?
Right.
Right.
But I you know what? That's why I was like, okay, May, you were the perfect person to come in and talk about cheating.
Hello.
Because you did it with one person, though, but we don't know if it's anybody else.
But she had a whole child.
Exactly. So I get that. I wish she would have had revealed to Jacob that she had experience. Then Jacob probably would understand. But then can we talk about how Jacob was looking really dumbfounded for the first 25 minutes of the show?
Him and his facial expressions with this, what? Or that type of stuff. He is killing me with that. I'm like, you getting a little too hood, Lamont. A little too hood. You and Charity Case.
What kills me is like he's dumbfounded, but it's like, I didn't see the big deal. Like, that's the expression. It's like,
did she tell you that she cheated?
Right.
Like her whole cheatation is gonna trump all that you've done. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, look, I mean, when she went down the list, I was like,
man.
Like,
and you got one person. One. It ain't even balanced on that. So right. I felt sorry for her.
she brought home that package, even though he didn't get it, because why? They were already kind of like over, right?
Yes.
Because he didn't even. It's not like she gave it to him, because they don't do nothing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I did feel sorry for her for once, because every time I'd be like, whatever, that's you caused that to yourself. But I did feel sorry for her when she was talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was over her. I didn't know she was that short for one.
Yeah.
Secondly,
he did seem extraordinarily tall. I peeped that. I was like, has he always been that tall?
I was like, maybe she don't have no shoes on.
she didn't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, remember a couple of weeks ago when we had that conversation about her looking really older than him?
Yes.
Yesterday, she looked extremely older than him when she was, trying to do puppy dog. And just say something. I was like, honey, I would have been one time. I would have been like, you know what? I was wrong. She could apologize to him, which I think she never did. Because remember I said those empty threats that she kept doing. She could apologize to him and said, you know what? I was wrong for what I did by threatening you because I was hurt. She could have said that to him. And maybe she would have got an answer.
I still think she'd have got a, I'm sorry that this is still over.
Yes, that's what I mean.
But but it's still, yes, Lovey, it's still over. It's heck of over.
Yes, that's
over.
what I mean. She could have got an answer with, I'm just done. And I think that would have been more, it probably would have closed the chapter for her. Of course, her feelings will still be hurt. Mm-hmm. But instead of sitting up there like, I would have been like, you know what? I would have put hands on. I ain't gonna lie. So I would have been like, it's okay for you to cheat.
That was her puppy dog look.
Her puppy dog look was like, she wanted to cry because he gave her the silent treatment.
For real. For real.
He gave her the cold, silent treatment.
He put a straight Sealy on her. One time, she did everything that you've done to me, I've already done to you.
He gave her the so cold. I was like, dang. And this is the one time throughout that episode where he didn't look stupid. I ain't gonna lie. Stood his ground, and I was like, I'm proud of you, but you could have said some words at the same time.
I mean, but if you ain't got no words, what is there to say but give the Kanye shrug?
He did give her the Kanye shrug.
Sorry about that whammy. It's nothing. I mean, it's nothing to say. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Because when Kerissa was going down the list of women, I was like, you dummy, why did you stay? If it was just that many women.
That name. And she thought she could control him. We know why she stayed. I'm gonna say that she went for the marriage aspect. She's gonna say, it's a marriage. We're not just dating, and I hung in there, and I, so and so, which is commendable. We're gonna do that. From 3 non-married women, right? So we're gonna go there. However, one or two. Maybe Winky didn't have to be here. I'm just saying, unless he's like the makeup baby, because Winky is how old is he supposed to be? 5'3". He going to chess club now, so he's at least what?
7
4
or
or 5. Oh God, is he Jesus something? Okay, well,
no, 7 or 8 would be his real age. Okay, this is Hollywood age.
Right.
But he 5.
Right. And I'm glad that they finally taken his hair hat off too and getting him a little haircut. Oh, jeez. So did you see him sitting by their lap when they were at the end? I'm like, Kerissa, like, why you sitting next to him? Like, that's your regular seat, boo. You could have sat over anyway. But right, Winky all on Jacob Flat. But yeah, Winky didn't have to be here because y'all could have split with Jazora and had one kid in college, and it'd have been done with. I'm waiting to see what Zora's gonna say, right? Mm-hmm. Because of course, she thinks it's all her dad. So I wonder if they're going to end up like telling,
I think so. Because the way in the and I hate talking about the previews for the following week, but in the preview for next week, the look on her face was like, and what did you do? You know what I'm saying? So let's bring it, Zora.
So, what y'all think about Pastor Dry? Let me sip my water on this one, y'all.
Okay, let me just start off with Judy, the skinny booty. No, stop.
Oh my gosh, that girl needs a burger.
Okay, so let's start off with the
And a tan.
That
Ooh.
too. The end part where she did the ultimate white girl, I will say.
Hello. Oh.
She
Right,
did the ultimate.
right. She did the Becky.
She did.
the Becky. I'm
And-
like, girl.
She tried, and
Oh, she tried hard.
But wait, this is where she confirmed it for me, because last season when he was like, "We're getting married," but I was like, "Judy, is your divorce final?" Right? I was like to myself, so now we know her divorce is still not final.
Hello.
And then here's another question: you supposed to be the pastor of the church. Why are you living with your fiance?
Because out of what? Right. Out of wedlock, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So you're living together, and then she tried it, and he been saying no.
and you committed adultery already because y'all were in a relationship.
Yes, while she was married.
While she was married.
She got that black people divorce.
Oh, we separated.
Yes. Come on. I don't want anything to do with him. I looked at the TV. I was like, that is such a black person's response. I hate the stereotype.
No, the paperwork is in. The paperwork she does have in. I remember that last season. But it's not final. That's the problem.
Right.
Well, what's the holdup?
So what's the holdup is they're gonna have this stuff go through. She's trying to get a little piece of Pastor Dry. He's gonna realize, or he keeps pushing her off though, but he might give in, or Bob Whitmore's gonna come back because he has to come back before the end of the season, and maybe her little husband gonna come, and he's gonna be the new, whatever. We don't know. We don't know. The husband might come back, and then they've duped not only him, but or the Greenleafs would duped him as well. And he gonna be stuck, and he gonna be on the end, because I'm telling you, he's gonna try to figure out what Charity Case has going on, and he might not try to thwart that plan. Like that, thwart. He might not try to throw them off. He might try to get it. My mom's a teacher. He might try to get in where he fits in, because he really does love Charity Case, and she is such a Charity Case that all that preaching she been doing to him. Oh, what's that says? These and that again. I'm like, girl, bye. But yeah, she might turn around and be with him again.
Yeah, because she was talking too much. Because she gave her drop the mic moment, but then she came back and was still talking. I was like, girl, you should have put a pin in that, button it up, put it in the bag, and sent it on this way. But girl, stop talking.
You're supposed to let him see that tail, like you said.
Sashaying off.
Pushing.
Like she normally does.
Like when Paul says, sashay away.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, nah, boo, you need to stop talking. You're doing too much. You giving him too much. And your dumbass still sitting. I'm sorry, I said dumbass, and I said it again. Your silly self sitting up there, you basically begging him.
It's not just me, America.
You silly. Yeah, you basically
makes everyone mad.
Hush. You are basically begging him to give you a second chance.
Yes. Just so you can try to turn him down for 2 minutes, because it ain't gonna last that long.
You trying to say she desperate?
Just a little.
Which one?
Charity Case. Judy is too.
That's why I said which one. I mean, she got real competition. Okay, so along with your theory, the reason why I think Judy is not fully divorced is because how like somebody they get divorced, they gotta wait for that 6 months period. I think she's in that part of it. So that's why. But even though her husband can come back and rescind and say, he could come back and say, no, I just want to mess you up.
Yep.
He could. But really at the end of the day, let them two people be together. He basically will climb mountain highs to be under Bob Whitmore, like Bob Whitmore's just a best thing in the world. And then his mother might be the real owner of H&H.
Right. Or what's going on? Because what's going on with the dad? That was kind of crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
So, okay. So, like I said, Judy tried. And I do appreciate a man that will turn down.
Especially that.
Oh,
she was about to go in. He was
she was basically at the buckle. Okay,
she was.
She was on her knees.
She was.
Yeah, but
she had that overhead camera shot.
Right. I just knew it was gonna move back a little bit and be a little over his shoulder to where you only see the top of her head.
First of all, Greenleaf is already doing too much for it to be Greenleaf. Okay, let's just start there, America. Greenleaf is doing too much to be Greenleaf right now. They done already said the S word. They done said the BS word. They saying all hell. They saying damn.
It's the final season.
They got Charity in short skirts above her knee. She has that same hair.
Not the same hair. What the hair got to do with it?
And it has no movement. My little braids got more movement than her. Wiggle it.
Why last night, every time I see her hair, I kept thinking about you. And I was like, you're right. It doesn't move. It does not.
It does not move.
But all season, every season, she always had a short dress on. She never had a long. That's why I was like, oh, for a girl that's kind of full size, going to church like that. I mean, and it's cute. Don't get me wrong.
Her legs are her
best asset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'll give her that. Moving on to Judy, out of her position.
Ooh.
So Judy, I feel that Charity had a valid point. Like, if you're going to transition with the way that the church is transitioning now from a mega church to a gym.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
A stinky, funky gym.
Not a GEM either. I mean, not a GEM, a GYM.
Right. If you're going to transition, you should at least have something of memory of the church. You just going to tear down the church and you just move on. So I think that she really did have valid points with that. Mm-hmm. And I did like that she did try to go talk to the one lady, but I was like, she tried.
I was so waiting for y'all to bring her up. She is on my snitch book.
Oh, yes. Connie?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
A snitch? Houseway?
That was so foul. That was foul.
Yeah,
you already you already know what's going on. I mean, I'm not gonna say have any kind of sympathy or whatever. I mean, but wasn't that just you 2 weeks ago at the pastor's house begging? Help
No,
us.
she wasn't at the pastor's house. She's not gonna beg.
Oh, she didn't go.
She didn't go, but she's noticing all the changes. And I don't think it's going to benefit her. So that's one thing I will say.
I'm ready for her to get put out, Joe. I'm ready for her to get put out with the trash, because they're going to say, and with transition, since we've gotten rid of Charity, we're just going to get rid of everyone. Thank you for your services. And they're going to transition her tail right on, and she's going to be over there at May's bar trying to go in there talking about,
eternally faith, okay?
It's at a bar.
You know what, babe? You know what, May? I'm sorry. Pastor always been the right pastor. No, Connie. We don't turn down anybody, but you can do the parking. You need to park all the cars.
That's the parking ministry.
Girl, right. I'm going to keep you right. And you need to, the gutter ministry. Keep parking them right on there on that curb where you going to be. May needs to do a whole series of one-liners on Connie if she decides to come through. But she was foul. I think that was foul. And that just gave little Bo Peep. She just needed the last thing that, y'all are killing me.
What? No, you killing
little
me.
Bo Peep?
Yes.
Well, don't she look like a deer in headlights? She just looks so, She need a burger. I think she's high strung. She needs a burger. But anyway, Connie was foul. She was a snitch, okay.
Yeah, she was.
Mm-hmm. And that's all Judy needed.
That's all Judy. But I was like to myself, anything that Charity did, that's where I was so happy that Grace was there to witness. I was so happy to see that somebody was witness. But at the same time, you must give Charity some type of credit because she didn't back down. Every time she came back with something, she came back with another counterpoint, back and forth. It was like a chess map, like, wow, still dry. But I'm like, enough is enough. Like Charity said, this church is not going to be the same if a Greenleaf is not present.
Mm-hmm.
And you need some music. That was another thing. Any black church, well, actually, let me say it. Even in my church, and I'm a Catholic, we sing.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
But I go to a holy Catholic church. We sing. No,
but
we
you
sang.
Heard what she said, sang. But you heard what she said, Joe. She said the music. Some people only come here for the music.
Right.
Y'all already done lost, what was his name? Carlton? What was his name? Yeah, y'all already lost him. So you couldn't keep her, like, but yeah, never mind, girl.
So I was just like, your numbers are going to dwindle because you came in.
Especially being in that non-accessible gym.
Right. Well, first of all, I don't understand. How you go from a mega church? Why y'all can't go rent out a hall or to a warehouse? Why y'all can't rent nothing out that big and spacious and spruce it up? Because it's going to be over a year, probably up to 2 years before you go into that church.
Before they finish, yep.
I have a theory.
Okay, what's your theory?
They trying to weed out, just like what's the name said, Charity K said, when y'all gonna have all y'all little nice pink people come in and fill up the little, fill up the crowd. They're trying to weed people out. It's all about a business, and because he's running, he's running for whatever kind of seat. I think it's all a business. So they're going to weed people out. They're going to get the donors in there that have the complexion for the connection. They're going to keep some in there that are, still prominent figures in the community that are community based.
Got you.
And that will wait, but they'll still have that money. They weed them out. Anybody who's pro Greenleaf, I think, because why would you put it in a gym? They're not going to go.
Yeah. Especially without a Greenleaf being present.
Man.
Not a one.
That's what I was just like, you go from a mega church to a gym?
And where is the gym?
They said that.
He owned all those properties, though, Joe.
Right. That's why I'm a little confused. Like, why would you go to a gym? Why wouldn't you, like you said, rent a facility in the meantime while the new church is being built, but instead you go on low budget with H&H being such a huge conglomerate as it is. Were you able to take over mega churches? So
so
why would you want your name on that? And then it's a gym, so it has to be like used. They're gonna have to do double shifts, which is double services, thank you, which is, remember what he said last season. He was talking about that. He was talking about doing a early service and a later service, and she was like, Babe was like, we don't do that. He was like, but it's not your church anymore, is it, Lady May? However he was talking to her. But yeah, so what y'all think?
I think, so then with Judy,
you still on Judy.
Go back.
I'm on Judy.
Go back. Go.
Because Judy, you gonna fire somebody? You ain't the first lady yet. So how you, just because you're using your dad? Oh no. That's why I like how she said, you can't fire me. And then the only reason why Phil, when she went to Phil, that's his name.
Pastor Dry.
Well, we ain't heard of Pastor yet, so his name gonna be Phil until we actually hear the word from him.
Let's start calling him Consequence, because he ghostwriting all them those
Just call him Ghostwriter, period.
G-Dub.
And then he sit there, well, you did go behind the back. All I did was ask. She said no. So was it really that big of a deal?
Right.
No,
Nope.
no,
She was
no.
looking for a reason. That girl would have gone outside and broke a heel or gone outside and rapped on her window too long and tap, tap, tap. Oh, I didn't like that. You should only knock on my door twice. You knocked on her 3 times. You're fired. She was ready to get rid of her.
Well, she was going to get rid of her anyway. That's the sad thing about what they had told her, that they're going to get rid of you anyway. Because all we need to do is carry you to that gym. That's all we needed you. Once we knock down there and we get to the gym, we don't need you no more.
Yes, and she knew that. And then
See,
she
that
got
was the ambulance or the fire truck to go pick up the man in the wheelchair who couldn't go get inside the gym because he tried to get up on the curb by himself and it didn't work and then he flipped out. Okay, I'm sorry.
I thought it was the ambulance going to pick Judy up off the floor because she couldn't get up off her knees after her face was cracked because the dude said no.
Oh my God.
Let's leave that where it lies, okay? Let's leave that where it lies.
Boy, y'all crazy.
But Charity Case go up there. You can't fire me. I quit. What she say? You can't fire my black ass. I quit.
They would have to fire me.
Well, why she have to go home and lie talking about she quit?
Right. Well, because she said. Because she
did quit though.
She got fired first.
She did, but you know, she said she quit. See, now they're going to pick her back up. So she did quit though after she walked in there. You know, she had to say something to him. She had to say.
See, this is the part I understand about her. Why do you think Phil is going to come to your rescue?
She's praying. That's why she said, "I pray that you were the man that I thought you were."
Did he give you a sign?
He gave her them other signs, hunty.
Oh, what did she say? Her one liner about the all this versus your little. What did she say?
Okay, Iva, I'm gonna need. So for those of you who are listening, Iva is demonstrating as she's doing a body roll and looking back at it,
like Trina.
But what did she say? Something on lines about you was all up in mine while you were up in the little flat something. She said when she talking about her chest.
She built like a boy. She is built like a boy. Judy is built like a boy.
She, you know what? I'm not gonna knock her on her feet here. You know, I'm not gonna.
No, I'm just saying as far as because of like what he's going from one thing to the other. That's basically what she was saying. Like she said, flat chested or whatever. She's built like a boy. You going from all of this to all that, and it's no flavor. He need to put a little hot sauce, a little seasoning on it.
Seasoning, not little. Just drop the whole can in. Burn your mouth at it.
Burn your mouth. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Can we talk about Phil's facial expressions?
She is bland
or lack thereof.
Because he's dry.
His facial expression was looking like, please don't go. But I gotta go along with her because I'm over there trying to kiss whatever his name is, Bob Whitmore's butt. I'm trying to kiss his butt. I've been kissing his butt for 40 years.
Show fault.
No, I can't wait to see what is going on when he wakes up and finds out that Bob was just using him. And you know how Bob is going to do it because he's such the business person. He's already done this to Pastor Dry where he pats him like on his shoulder and basically there, boy. Just run along and do what I told you and da-da-da-da. He's already done that to him once. So now he's about to come right back in here and then Judy gonna be behind. My dad, like she gonna be a woman scorned and she gonna go get her daddy and let's see what's gonna happen.
I think that he's gonna get demoted, rightfully so,
to
the welcome.
Can he sing? he gonna sing that little dry song. H&H, whatever a little dry song
Oh
was.
my gosh, not the
Oh
H&H
my
song.
lord, girl. Yes, yes, that Charity wouldn't do. Charity Case. She was like, don't nobody want to do that song? Girl, you better put some drums and some tambourines in that song or something.
Not the tambourines.
Something. 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 And just to transition a little bit, I want to talk about Noah and AJ, but I want to say now that I look at Noah, when I looked at Noah and his little acting skills today, all I can see now is the lack thereof. And yeah, he reminded me of that old role that he played
That part.
in the other show.
That
That's
whole
all
entire part.
That's all I can see now. And I was like, ugh, what? You need to go back to acting class. Grace, I've got it, Grace. I was like, I could have done that better.
Dry.
Yeah, he was on my nerves. May, would you like some tea? I would love some tea. Oh, yeah, you thirsty. Go ahead. See.
See, I wouldn't even okay. That whole scene, I don't think myself, we don't even need to talk about. It's not even
Right.
necessary.
It was a throwaway. It was a throwaway.
I guess it had to transition AJ somehow because, that's like he said, that's why, because we didn't know why he didn't want to go. Well, we figured he just wanted to go and, I guess, learn about his dad, right? But what did he say? That's why I'm not staying here, because I said I didn't want to talk about it anymore, and got his little neck roll and all of that. And so I don't know. I guess she just gonna have to learn. But I saw Sophia and what's her name? Zora. I saw Sophia and Zora, go try to see him off and everything, and Grace got her little goodbyes in, but
that was touching when he came back and kissed her on her head. I was like, oh, she gonna cry. She gonna cry in the car. And sure enough, she did.
Yeah, she did.
So how do you think the dynamic between Noah and AJ will work? Is that the last of AJ that we've seen, or
no, he'll be back.
Like
on the last episode?
Last episode, right?
Right.
Well, the question is, who paying for the medication?
Noah not broke.
He's ain't got a place to stay.
He's staying with his mama, but at least he got a job. Grace don't got no job.
Yeah. Grace got the money.
No job, right?
And she might almost be out of a house.
But Grace got money though.
What money?
She has her own. Remember, I think a couple of seasons ago when she was writing big checks. She has her own stash of money from, I don't know what she did in Phoenix.
Wait, though.
But she
because she was funding somebody.
Yes.
What was it? I remember that. It was coming out of her pocket.
You talking about last season or first season?
No, I think it was last season.
Last season she got that inheritance, remember? Because she was trying to give it to her dad. She got that she was trying to give it to Bishop. She got that $3 million from Lionel, remember?
That's what I said. She has her own money.
Yeah, she got that. Yeah. Oh, what Lovey looking? Yes, Lionel gave her bank. He gave her money.
No, I remember it now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gave her some money.
But so yes, I agree. Grace has her own money. Mm-hmm. So, she can kind of fend for herself. But I will say this to kind of go back to Bishop and Tara, however you pronounce her name. He says something along the lines of the house when they were discussing the house. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, how can we move past this? In my mind, I was like, but y'all still living high up on the horse, where her church is basically on San Pablo.
As you can see, because they was hooking in the parking lot.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Did she just ask him, you want to go out?
Yes. Yes. So Skid Row, San Pablo are all parts of California.
Yes, people. Sorry.
Yes, and San Pablo back in the day was known as the whole stroll.
Excuse me, San Pablo currently is the stroll, y'all.
Well, it's not as bad. No, how it looked on Greenleaf is how it used to look back in the day, where they would just openly walk around like that. Now it's a little bit cleaner. Just a little.
No, it's not the same. It's not. No,
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's cleaner. But
they not on San Pablo no more. That's why.
Oh well, yeah.
They over there by the old Sweet Jimmy's.
Exactly. You got everything over there too.
You do, and you have to watch out what street you go down, because you might end up in the shy, if you get what I'm saying.
But yeah, so I was shocked because we didn't necessarily see that part when Jacob and Tasha went last week.
Yes, you're right. We did.
We did not see all of that.
Well, I don't remember all that graffiti and stuff on there either.
Because they didn't turn the camera around for us to see that.
The door.
Right.
So I wonder if maybe they might join together, because even though they want to do the bar, they might join together. She has the space, because she has lots of space. She has they have the resources, and they can bring the people, and then with their resources they can start cleaning that area up and start joining together, because what she really wants is, she probably don't even really care about like that house and all that stuff. She cares about helping people and her fellowship, and Jacob is already the catalyst to that, because that's what he wants to do anyway. Yep. So maybe Oprah gonna come back and tell them, nah, y'all can't use my bar last minute and pull out, and that's how that's gonna be, or they might just use that as a secondary or whatever, but I think that they might join forces with her.
Okay, I see.
Well, we need Lady May on board with that, because Lady May is already just judgment mode.
Yeah.
Making assumptions that she's, all skanks are like that. Or they
right.
Skank?
I know. Is she a skank? Is she a skank? Or no, she's a James. She's a James. She and Rochelle, right? I know I kept saying, but yeah, she's a James. So is she a skank? Sorry, y'all. That's not what we meant. Yeah. But yeah, so that could be, but Lady May might get one of her signs, you know what I'm saying? Because she hasn't been in there, because all we know is when she walked into the bar, she still don't want to do the bar. Remember, you have to get this out of here, Bishop, I'm gonna, and that place that she has, they can just put pews, because when he walked in there, didn't it look a little abandoned? I was like, what they got?
It was like that last week.
Yeah,
I know, but it looked like
an old classroom.
It did, or like you go in there like a AA meeting or something. It's just circles around, just chairs in a circle around.
Hey, so they could go chairs.
Oh my God! Hi, Iva. So, you go in there, they shine up them windows and clean up the area, and have their own little saints and stuff in there, right? Have their own, Zara.
Every week it's the little saints
reference.
Little saints,
I gotta bring it to her. So right, because we didn't see too much of Sophia this time, right? With her little anyway, but yeah, y'all know I love Sophia. Sophia, such a pretty name. So so yeah, if they join together, that'll be good. That'll help Jacob, because remember, Jacob really wants to do, and he's like
help
I said,
the people and help the community.
Exactly. And with Jacob, y'all think he broke up? He still don't want to be with what's the name? Do you think he want to get with Tasha?
Yeah. Just like she waiting to climb that pole, child. He ready to get up in that pool. Okay. He is looking to swim all up in that. Okay.
Ooh. Well, he's already been swimming. Actually, he's been in the ocean.
Bloop, bloop,
well, he's looking to be confined to a pool now.
Honey, Lady May will turn over if Tasha Skanks decides to come in here talking about, oh, Jacob, it's real nice up in here. It's so nice.
She is gonna be hella country like that.
She is hella country ghetto. She is like a country Willie Gilbert, which is a double negative, right?
Right.
So maybe she's like a hoodie Woody, a hoodie Whitley. It's so nice, Jacob. I can't stand how she say his name, Jacob.
Because that's not how she talks, but
she is so.
Yeah, I was like, why is she the only one in Memphis with an accent?
Hello.
And they don't
don't-
even talk like that. Like, where are you from? Like, where are your
No.
roots? Alabama? Because
They
that's the
talk
only
like-
way I can
like
see
the
this
accent.
accent,
Right.
this form of an accent coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
She needed more acting class, or she should have just said, just no accent like everyone else. Just no.
She need to
Yeah.
go to the same acting school as Noah.
No. She needs to go to a different one because Noah's is not working. She needs to go to a different one. Okay. Like
No.
she needs to call Tasha Smith and get in a class or something
Lord.
because it's not working.
Yeah, it wasn't really much to talk about this week, though.
No.
I'm
It
hoping next
wasn't.
week is a little more action packed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's why I said I didn't really like this episode. It was just like
It took us back to episode 1.
Yeah.
episode 1 was slightly better because episode 1 had comedy in it. But this one, it was like, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, the only comedy part was when Judy tried to get on her knees. She tried it.
She did.
That was about the comedy. And Jacob, what? I was stopped. I didn't tell. I didn't do. Come on, man.
He got good raised eyebrows. He got that. Yeah,
Look.
it's like I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, with the eyebrows. Did she tell you what she did? All right. So,
Anyway,
Well,
and
as who's always as comedy as May, I couldn't even write down her stuff because I was rolling so much. She had me dying now.
Did she make another food reference?
Yes,
Yes.
girl.
I can't remember
Yes,
it.
me
I
either.
cannot remember, but I do know every time when she talks, it's like a 1950 play.
She said, not a 1950 stage production. I cannot.
And that, what? Oh, Lord.
Right. She
All
going
she
back to
need-
Josephine Baker.
Right. All she need to say is, I declare.
Right.
Fiddly D.
Right.
That's all
Right.
That's all she can do. But it just comes in, you need to be quiet because you start this mess. That's all she kept saying. And then every time it's your fault. You're going to bring this to our family. So here's my question also. So a part of the church, they have like a homeless shelter. What's going to happen to the shelter since they're tearing down the building? I mean, shelters can go to the gym. That would be appropriate.
But that would be the whole gym. That would be the whole gym. Just like Charity Cake said, what about all of those projects that they have? The shelter, the group for the women, that Lady May started. What about all those things? So at the gym, you just gonna have church period. The little saints. You just gonna have church. That's just it. Just you gonna have 8 service and 10:30 service, and we done.
I can't wait to see the scene where somebody gonna have a basketball game. And
Right.
people gonna have to be pushed out.
And I want Connie's face to be right there.
I mean, would
I
you
want her
dress
to
up
be
for
right
the gym? Would you come dress up for the gym?
I did. Okay, so my church, when I first moved here to Atlanta, I joined a church where it was relatively in a small location. And then for Easter services, we would always go to the schools across the street, use their gym across the street. Because, it could hold, because, people CME, Christmas,
Right.
Mother's Day,
Mhm.
and Easter.
And
So it
Easter.
would be an influx of visitors on Easter. So we would always go over there, and I dressed up, but there were people who dressed up, especially on Easter Sunday. Oh yeah, honey, they was acting like it was cavalry up in
Yes.
that gym.
They had on their plantation pink and that Confederate gray.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Jonay, is that Confederate pink?
Plantation pink.
Oh,
This is
plantation
not.
pink.
This is not. This is salmon, baby. Salmon. This is salmon, whatever you want to call it.
Salmon. It's salmon.
But it is not plantation pink at all.
Oh, okay.
Nah, no ma'am. See the little
Let her
color
know,
in it?
Joe. Right.
That's
Let her
funny.
know, Joe.
So, what are your predictions for next week?
I can't. You know what? This week was so disappointing to me on May. I can't even. No. The twists and turns of Greenleaf. I don't know.
Okay, Iva.
Well, we see that Angry Bird is going to be talking to her daughter about the divorce or proceedings, and I'm ready for the daughter to see her mom in a different light, as a human being. Not to say, that she's as a bad person, but I'm ready to see her as a human being, because a lot of us, well, I'm gonna say me, when I was younger, I didn't think my mom was human. My mom was my mom. But I'm ready to see that, because that little girl doesn't have a real good relationship with her dad because of the stuff that went on with the
Right.
little singing beater boy, right? So, she still needs to kind of make up with him for that stuff. And I'm ready to see Charity kind of get in there and fight with her family. That's what I'm kind of ready for.
Fight
I
with
need
her
her to,
family?
yeah.
Okay.
I,
Uh-huh.
I need her to get back to be a Greenleaf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Okay.
back to being a Greenleaf. She was back. Everybody was sitting there talking to her like,
Yeah, but I need her to. She hasn't done anything. I mean,
Yeah, I
she
don't
gave
believe
Grace
all
that
is
little
forgiven.
info. Yeah, she gave Grace that little info today. So once Grace talks about it and talks it up to her mama, as she calls her, she'll be able to get a little bit of redemption, because we got that information from her mom, and I'm ready to see what's up with what they gonna do to Pastor Dry. I need to see why he does not talk to him, and all of that. And what if dun, 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 what if Pastor Dry and Velma from the Scooby Doo Club are brother and sister?
no.
Okay.
Right. You see our faces?
Because the mama, right? The mama has something to do with this whole, the whole church thing, and with Bob Whitmore. Who's to say they didn't have like an affair? Well, no, because Bob wouldn't have let that go on, would he? He would have
Look at
stopped
your
Who
it.
face.
knows?
Look at
I
your
don't know.
face.
I know.
You know what? I can see something like that, but I think Judy has a mom, and it's not his mother.
No, I don't think Judy. I don't think his mom. I think I'm talking about the same dad.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
That's what I'm
would be a
talking
good
about.
plot.
No, no,
A
no, no, no,
twist of a
no,
plot.
no, no, no. That
But it would
apparent.
make sense why he's kept him around though.
He's kept him around because he is the original H and H.
Well,
His
yeah, he's
his
the
family's the original H and H.
It really is. It
yeah.
really is. And I need to
I believe
know.
that.
I need to know. Yeah, it really is. And I need to know what's up with the dad, as far as why.
Mhm.
Because Grace got to strike three hecka fast. I was like, girl, you don't play ball. You better throw some balls up in there. Yeah.
It's okay because Grace is going to New Orleans.
She
Listen,
is, ain't she?
listen,
And she, her and Lil, we gonna see Rick Fox. They gonna
Darius.
There he is.
Okay, so when he mentioned that he was in New Orleans and then she was striking out, I was like, I promise you, if this next scene cuts to her in New Orleans, I'm gonna turn this TV off.
No,
Cause,
she ain't going without Darius.
well, yeah.
Yes, she will. Grace she bold. She anything for
Well,
the story and for the
where's she
film.
gonna find him? How's she gonna find this man? She don't know nothing about this man other than the phone
Darius gonna
number.
do it, right? And how she get that so fast? Well, I
That
give you
part.
points because you said my name right. I thought it was Richard Roundtree at first until they zoomed in on him. He was
Yeah.
sounding like, I was like, is that Shaft? But
Yeah. So
oh,
I
sorry.
think I really hope that your prediction, Iva, about the church and the Greenleafs merging together, because I really hope that the phone call that Bishop did get is in fact gonna have good news, because everybody is anticipating it being bad. Like, oh, she wants something. Oh, this is it. But in the preview for next week, May was just like, we've been in this house. How is it? So,
See, I don't think it's really for the skanks and whatever how you say their name. Let me just stop butchering it. I already know I keep saying it
No, they
wrong.
are skanks. They are skanks.
Okay. So I was saying
Yeah.
wrong.
No.
I think it's not about that. It's not about property. It's about their dad.
Yeah.
That's what she did say. You know, he was in that fire, you know, screaming for his life, and everybody else moved on. Like they don't even have like a plaque on the dad, you know,
a memorial out there by faith, nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
So they just kind of left him, you know, hanging dry. So I think for her, and I think that's what Pastor Skanks was like. You killed my dad. Yeah, it was never about property, and the only way to get the property was to bring the Greenleafs down. Mm-hmm. But you want to, you know, you take it with that's material. At the end of the day, if you still focus on word, like she's all about her mission, and she's a missionary, right? So she's about that. Then it should be, well, we should be working together.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna have Basie come back, right? Because we said it doesn't make sense for Rochelle to come back. So that means that she was on the phone with Basie when she made that phone call. Because if not, that's for people like us that are in depth, that's gonna be a hole. Like, why did you make that phone call? Like, if they don't bring that back around.
Right.
And then you have May, who in the scenes we see, you know, I've been lying to this whole family every day for my whole life or whatever. So is she gonna be talking about Grace, or is she gonna be talking about she was the one that made that phone call that got that man in there?
It could be also maybe May and him had an affair.
Dang, May.
Hey, you got May all over the place, don't you?
She just like Jacob.
That's why her and Jacob. That's why Jacob is there so keen. That's her favorite.
Son, huh?
That's her son. He has her ways. And we didn't talk about, which we totally forgot, when she was come here, I need to talk to you, how she was quoting scripture, and he said the scripture, they
were bouncing off of each other, yeah.
Yes, and I was like, and then he was like, oh, look, she didn't tell you. She didn't even say, like, Jacob, she used the scripture, quote the scripture, then he would say the book and the verse. The book and I was like, dang.
He said, Mom, is this a quiz?
I was like, I mean, you just kept on saying the words, but then I was thinking to myself, oh, Jacob, why did you cheat on her with the cook?
You ain't gonna make Lady May out to be this dramatical, over dramatical actress.
The cook, Jacob.
Not Jacob.
Not the cook. And in the laundry. She did say my cook, though.
Yeah, my cook.
She was hurt about that. That must have been a
good
cook.
She must have been a really good cook.
Right. They had to get her for a mighty cell. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all unfolds next week. Mm-hmm. Another suitcase to pull out.
Right. Let's hope we get someone from AJ, because otherwise he about to
become
over
a dead
AJ.
Character. I'll be good. That's what I'm saying. He gonna have
to. Well, no, we have to, because if he becomes a dead character, we can't have him just come and just float on like that. Not dead, like literally like that. I mean, like
what?
A dead character. I didn't say if he dies.
He's dry. Like, just say it dry.
Yeah.
He's very dry and dramatic.
He is.
Well, maybe they'll give him a proper send off, because he probably gonna pass.
No, he on prep. He is going to stay. Big Tavi.
Maybe it's too late.
No, it's not.
No, the lady would have told him that.
Yeah. No. She just thought he should have went into a residential program so he can basically face that, you know, you do have
palliative care.
No, he ain't there yet. Palliative care. He ain't there yet.
He needs to face that he has HIV. He is aware he has it, but he's not dealing with it.
Right. That's
the reason why.
Still in prep.
Yeah. So he's treating he's treating it, but just like, I'm gonna tell you something, we're not gonna talk about it. Mm-hmm. So that shows your denial about what's going on.
Mhm.
Yes, you were robbed of the opportunity. First of all, you was already in prison. That's right there. It's a low. Then you get raped in prison. Then you find out while you're in prison, you get a fatal disease. Man. So we know why he like that. Poor guy.
Closed off.
Mm-hmm.
I know he
And
wished everything was closed off.
Right. And then what was his line about what is my sentence now? Really? You got a life, you got a sentence.
And on that note, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your viewership and your listenership. Be sure to find me on all social media platforms, Live, Laugh, and Lovey, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can find me all there. Yes, you can. Subscribe, like, share, join the conversation. We want to be able to interact with you too. Okay? All right. All right, ladies. Thank you for joining today.
Sure.
Bon voyage until next week.
Bye.